Shah was everything to us. My father worked for the Shah. He was the personal bodyguard of Shah. He was a Secret Service uniform, Secret Service that he was responsible for his safety and his family's safety. Mm-hmm. And I remember that my dad had retired, and they pulled him out of retirement, and they brought him back in.
Interesting.
But he was not revealing anything to us. Mm-hmm. I mean, one day around May of 78, he came in and he said, if they ask you who is a religious follower or the Ayatollah, I mean, the Ayatollah is very prominent at that time in the Shia back then. And he mentioned the name and says, never ever mention Khomeini. And that was the first time I remember hearing the name Khomeini. So it was around then that we knew something was up, because then he started taking a lot of trips. He was taking trips to Switzerland, he was taking trips to France, and he was coming back. And these were overnight trips where he would pack anything, But again, it was very hush-hush, and I was at the age that I knew there was something up, but we weren't sure about what was. But we would never in our wildest dream think we were talking about revolution. Given the closeness of my dad to the Shah's regime, I knew something bad is about to happen to us.
Right.
And then the killings started. I mean, the army started making stands. In a couple of spots, people were killed by the army, and then army decided that we don't want to really go against our own people, and then the regime fell. And my mom was extremely upset because we had Revolutionary Guards coming and knocking at the house looking for my dad. My dad was still in Iran. He was in southern part of Iran with one of the princes, Prince Shahriar, they killed him. The regime killed him in France, Shahriar Shafiq. So he was with him, and my dad. I remember this is reading this story, and my dad took the prince. They got on a boat because the crowd started putting into where the prince was, and my dad was taking care of him.
Right.
Got on the boat. They went to Persian Gulf. They went to Dubai. I think I'm from Dubai. They went to Morocco. They got different passports. They got help by some of the emirs there. But we had no idea.
Yeah.
The newspaper said, and we would get all different types of paper at that time. There was, and the paper said that my dad was shot to death when he was taking the prince, both of them, and the boat was sank in Persian Gulf. So I took the paper and hid it from my mom. And my mom was hiding the papers from us.
Aww.
But we would sit home, and for 4 days before we heard from my dad. It took 4 days. I mean, this is before cell phones and before SMS and stuff. It took 4 days till my dad called, and we had already written him off that he was dead because we believed what was written in the paper. And it was sad days. It was, and my mom was trying to. My mom was, she still is a very strong woman, And that was the first time I saw her crying. And I asked her what's going on, and she was like, "Well, nothing." But I knew why she was crying. But we never wanted to say it out loud that my dad is dead.
Right.
But it wasn't so. My dad called, and my mom was. I never seen her so sad and happy at the same time.